How are you? I am Vikas Singh and I am your science teacher. So, this is the third class of Basic of Chemistry. We have already completed study about matter, the types of matter, and like a homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture, element, compound. So let's do a quick revision of all these topic. First topic is matter. Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. You already know matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. Today we will study a topic related to matter. Okay, today we will study a topic related to matter, but I will tell about the topic later. Then type of matter. There are two type of matter, pure matter and impure matter, or you can say pure substance and mixture. Okay, and pure matter means pure substance can be divided into two part. It can be classified into two part. First part is element, second part is compound. What is element? Element is a group of similar type of atom, or in other word I can say element is a single type of atom like hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. Yes. So all these elements, but you will have to learn only up to 20. I have already given you. I hope that you have written. Compound. First type of pure matter is element, second type of pure matter is compound. So what is compound? Compound is a group of elements. Yes. For example, CO2, CO2 means carbon dioxide, H2O, H2O means water, CH4, CH4 means methane. Yes, all these are compound. Okay, there are many compound like CaCO3. What? CaCO3. CaCO3. CaCO3 means calcium carbonate. Yes, it is also known as marble. Yes. Okay. Now, type of impure matter means mixture. There are two type of impure matter: homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture. What is homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture is a mixture in which all the components are uniformly distributed, uniformly mixed. Or in other word, I can also say that homogeneous is a mixture in which one substance is dissolved into another substance completely. It is vanished. You cannot get it by filtration method. You cannot get it by filtration method. Heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture is a mixture in which all the components are not uniformly mixed. Means one substance is not dissolved into another substance. Yes, that substance is visible. Okay, you can easily distinguish, you can easily identify. I hope you understood. Okay, so what is matter? Matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. And what is mass? Mass tells us that how heavy or light an object is. Okay, now we will study a topic related to matter. Okay, let's move on. Okay, my friends, kids, dear students, look the screen. So today's first topic is changes in matter. Yes, changes in matter. So as you can see to picture, First is melting of ice, second is burning of wood. What kind of changes are these? Do you know every day different kind of changes we face? Do you know? Yes. When we wake up early in the morning, that time our face is dull, not shiny. But when we take a bath, we become fresh. It is a kind of change. Change is happening. Even there are different kind of changes happening in our body, in my body, in your body. Yes, there are different kind of changes happening. For example, digestion, respiration, excretion. All these are changes. We face different kind of changes in daily life. Okay, sometime we have fever, cold, cough, and many more disease. So all these are changes. So actually we can divide all these changes into two part. First is physical changes, second is chemical changes. Now look the screen. As I have shown you that melting of ice is a physical changes and burning of wood is chemical changes. Now the question is why? Why is melting of ice only a physical changes? Why is it not chemical changes? Why is the burning of wood chemical changes? Why is it not physical changes? So these two topics we will discuss in detail, okay, with lot of examples. So let's begin. Okay, now first topic is physical changes. So what do you mean by physical changes? Look on the screen, I'm reading. Those changes in which chemical properties of substance remain same but physical properties changes. Those changes in which chemical properties remain same but physical properties changes. It means physical changes are those changes in which chemical properties do not change, only physical properties change. So in physical changes, physical properties change. In physical changes, physical properties change. Now the question is, what are physical property of any matter, of any substance? First physical property, states of matter. Yes, solid, liquid, gas. These are three main state of a matter. Okay. Try to recall that few minute ago we studied that melting of ice is a physical change. Why is it physical change? Because state is changing. Yes, ice is melting, ice is solid and it is changing into liquid, means it is melting, so it is a physical change. Next physical property, appearance. Appearance means design, structure. How does it look like? Okay, how does it look like? Texture means smoothness, design. Okay, so these are physical changes. Other few are more like solubility. Solubility means can it dissolve, can, if a substance dissolve into another substance, it is a kind of physical change. For example, sugar can dissolve in water, so it is a physical change. Ductility. What is ductility? Ductility is the property of a metal by which it can be converted into a wire. Yes, few substance can be converted into wire, like copper, gold. They can be changed into wire. This property is called ductility. Understood? Luster. Luster means Lustre, luster, shining. Yes, a substance, new substance is always luster. Then after some time it becomes dull. Okay. Color can also change during physical changes. Color can change. Okay. So again, definition of physical changes: those changes in which chemical properties of a substance remain same but physical properties change. Okay, now let's move on next topic. Okay, let's see some more example of physical changes. Look at the screen. First is melting of ice cream. Yes, ice is melting, means ice is solid, it is changing into liquid, means state of matter is changing. Next is slicing of bread. Yes, it is also a physical change. Third example, painting of wall. Yes, by painting we are giving luster. Luster means shining to the wall. So all these are example of physical changes. Example number 1, melting of ice cream, slicing of bread, and next is bending of wall. Yes, okay, so these are physical changes. Even crushing of bottle, if I break a bottle, it is also a physical change. Okay, now let's move on. Our next topic is chemical changes. Okay, now let's discuss about chemical changes. So first, definition of chemical changes. What are chemical changes? Those changes in which chemical properties of a substance or chemical properties of a compound changes and a new compound form. Yes, those changes in which chemical properties of a compound change and a new substance form. Such kind of changes are known as chemical changes. Yes. So what happen in chemical changes? Chemical properties can change as well as physical property also. Yes. And remember, always new substance, new compound will form during chemical reaction. Always new substance, new compound will form during chemical changes. Okay, so as I said that chemical changes are those changes in which chemical properties of a compound changes and new compounds are formed. So what kind of chemical properties changes? What kind of chemical properties? So look on the screen, kids, the student, look, these are the chemical properties which change during chemical changes. Okay, first is corrosion. Yes, corrosion means rusting. Rusting is possible. For example, rusting of iron. Rusting also happen with apple because apple contain iron. Formation of new substance. Yes, new substance can form. New substance can form. Let me give you a simple example, a very simple example. The example of turning milk into curd. Yes, milk changes into curd. It is a chemical change. Yes. Next is pH value. Yes, pH value actually represent that the substance is acid or base. pH value represent the acidity or basicity of a substance. Acid means What do you mean by acid? Substance which are sour in taste. Okay, which are sour in taste are called acid, and base which are bitter in taste, substances which are bitter in taste. Okay, next is toxicity, means poisonous. Maybe the substance can become poisonous during chemical changes. Flammability, burning is also possible. Due to burning, may be possible that substance will change into powder or new substance can form. For example, when we burn the wood, burning of wood, it convert into ash. Yes, it convert into ash. So it is a chemical changes. Okay, now let's move on next topic. So, examples of chemical changes. We have already discussed the examples of physical changes. Now it's time to discuss the example of chemical changes. Okay, look the screen. You can see two example. First is, you can see the picture of egg. Egg is being cooked, and second is the example of a log. Okay, look the first picture. Egg. Egg is changing into omelette. It is a chemical change. Yes, because omelette cannot be again changed into egg. It is an example of chemical change. Yes. So what is happening in this change means cooking of egg, it is changing into omelette, means we are getting a new substance, means formation of a new substance. It is a chemical change. Look the second picture. Second picture of a lock. You can see the lock is made up of iron, and what kind of color of the lock? It is brown, brownish color, and the chain which is attached with the lock, it is also brown in color. Is it corrode or not? Yes, it's corroded. It is known as corrosion, rusting of iron. Yes, the lock is completely corroded, means now it is not just iron. When a substance corrode, means due to rusting, iron is covered with a brown layer which is actually known as ferric oxide. Yes, so it is a chemical change. Why? Because this iron has corroded. Now it is a chemical changes, because rusting of iron cannot be removed now. It is example of chemical changes. So I hope you understood chemical changes. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, now let's discuss some more examples related to physical changes and chemical changes. As you can see on the screen, first we will discuss the examples of physical changes, then chemical changes. Because as I said that in physical changes, chemical properties do not change. Okay, so first example is melting of ice. I have already explained to you. Next is chopping wood. Yes, chopping wood is a physical changes. Why? Because the appearance is changing, texture is changing. Okay, but after chopping means after cutting the wood, it is still a wood. Yes, it is still a wood. That's why it is a physical change. Next is shredding paper. Shredding means cutting into small pieces. So when we shred paper, it change into small piece of paper, but it is still a paper. It means it is a physical change. Next example is mixing gray and green marble. Yes, when we mix small pieces of gray and marble, it is physical change because there is no chemical reaction is happening. When chemical reaction does not occur, it is a physical change. Next is chemical changes. First is burning of wood. We have already discussed that burning of wood is a chemical changes because when wood is burnt, it changes into ash. Ash is a new substance and wood is another substance. It means we are getting a new substance. Rotting banana. Yes, when banana is rotting, we get a new substance. So next, mixing vinegar and baking soda. Yes, when we mix vinegar and baking soda, vinegar, what is vinegar? Acetic acid. What is baking soda? Eating soda, food soda. All vinegar and baking soda. When we mix, then we get a new substance. Fireworks. Yes, fireworks. Do you use firework? Yes, during Deepavali we burst fireworks, but it is a chemical changes because chemicals are present in fireworks. Okay, so during when we burn, when it burst out, it is a chemical change. Okay, all these are example of chemical change. Okay, now let's try to understand the actual difference between physical change and chemical change. Okay, let's try to understand the actual difference between physical change and chemical change. Okay, so you can see on the screen in blue color I have written physical changes, all points related to physical changes. Okay, and on the right side, I have written the changes related to chemical changes. Okay, let's discuss. First, physical change. I am reading, please look on the screen. A physical change is the change of matter that occur without changing the chemical composition of matter. Yes, a physical change is the change of matter that occur without changing the chemical composition of matter. It means during physical change, only physical properties changes, but chemical properties do not change. Now chemical change, I'm reading. A chemical change is the change of chemical composition of matter. A chemical change is the change of chemical composition of matter. It means chemical composition gets changed, means chemical properties are changing. Actually what is happening, chemical properties are changing. In chemical change and in physical change, physical properties are changing. When chemical changes occur, always new substance form. Okay, now next physical change. Next physical change, usually reversible. Yes, physical changes are reversible. For example, melting of ice. When ice is melted, it changes into liquid, means it changes into water. But if I cool it down, if I decrease the temperature of water, can I again change into ice? Yes. If I put the water in refrigerator, it will again change into ice. So it is a physical change. Okay, Tearing of a paper is also a physical change. If I tear a paper, it is also a physical change because it can be again attached. Torn paper can be again attached. Okay. Chemical changes usually reversible. Yes, chemical changes are irreversible. Sorry, chemical changes are irreversible means they are not reversible. For example, when we burn the wood, it change into ash. Can ash, is it possible to change again into wood? No, it's not possible. We cannot make again wood. Ash cannot be converted into wood. And next example, milk turns curd. Milk turns into curd. Can curd again turn into milk? No. Milk cannot. Milk is possible to convert into curd. CURD curd. But curd cannot be again converted into milk. So it is a chemical change. Next, new products are not formed. Yes, during physical changes, new products does not form. Yes. Let's take a simple example. A very simple example. If I take the example of shredding of paper. If I shred a paper, if I tear the paper, it will still remain paper. If I chop a piece of wood, if I cut a piece of wood, it will still remain piece of wood, means no new product is forming. But in chemical changes, new products are formed. Yes, in chemical changes, new products are always formed. For example, when we burn wood, it change into ash. It means ash is a new product. Wood is different product. Ash is different product. Okay, next. Physical change. Some changes occur when heating or cooling is done. Yes, some changes occur when heating or cooling is done. Yes, some changes occur when heating or cooling is done. For example, liquid water. Let's take the example of water. If I boil the water, what will happen? When I will boil the water, it will change into water vapor. So it is physical changes because I am heating, you know. But if I talk about the chemical changes always involve absorption or release of energy. Yes, changes always involve absorption or release of energy. Yes. Okay. So when chemical changes occur, it means when chemical changes occur, energy or heat is either released or absorbed. Energy or heat is either released or absorbed. Yes, for example, if I take sulfuric acid, H2SO4 sulfuric acid, you already know, last time we studied sulfuric acid is also known as king of chemical. If I add zinc granules, few pieces of zinc, if I add in sulfuric acid, what is zinc? ZINC, zinc. Zinc is a metal. So if I add zinc in sulfuric acid, what will happen? Hydrogen gas will evolve. Hydrogen gas will come out. Yes, it means energy is releasing. Do you know when you eat, when you take your lunch, breakfast, dinner, then your body becomes warm? Why? Because energy is releasing. You feel okay, it happens. Have you ever noticed? No? Try to notice today. Okay. Next, physical change. Changes have no effect on the chemical bond of molecule of a substance. Yes. During physical changes, the chemical bond which is formed between molecules, bond does not change. It does not give any effect on the chemical bond of molecule. But during chemical changes, have a direct effect on chemical bond of molecule. Means during chemical changes new chemical bonds formed, but during physical changes no new chemical bond is formed. Okay, so all these are difference. I hope that you might have written. Okay, now let's again read all these changes. First, physical change. A physical change is the change of matter that occur without changing the chemical composition of matter. Chemical change. A chemical change is the change of chemical composition of matter. Next, physical change. Physical changes are usually reversible. Chemical changes are irreversible. Physical changes, new products are not formed. Chemical changes, new products are formed. Physical changes, some changes occur when heating or cooling is done. Chemical changes always involve absorption or release of energy. Physical changes have no effect on the chemical bonds of molecule of a substance. Chemical changes have a direct effect on the chemical bonds of the molecule in a substance. Okay, so I hope now you have understood the difference between physical changes and chemical changes. Okay, now let's move on. Now we will discuss a new topic, that is chemical reaction. After chemical reaction we will discuss the meaning of chemical equation. So let's begin. What is the meaning of chemical reaction? Please look the screen. As I have written, when a substance react with other substance or environment, then a new substance is formed, is called chemical reaction. So what is chemical reaction? When a substance react with other substance or environment, then a new substance is formed. New nature and identity is formed. It's called chemical reaction. So what is chemical reaction? During chemical reaction, two substances react with each other, or one substance react with the things of environment, like it can react with air, it can react with moisture. So when a substance react with other substance or environment, then a new nature or identity, new matter is formed, new compound is formed. This reaction is known as chemical reaction. A very simple example you might have studied in 4th or 5th class. What is photosynthesis? What is photosynthesis? Yes, by photosynthesis process plants make their own food. Yes, plants make their food. What happens during photosynthesis? In the presence of sunlight, what happens? Plant take carbon dioxide and water and they form glucose. Sunlight is actually absorbed by chlorophyll, which is present in leaves of plant. What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a pigment which gives green color to leaves. Yes, so in the presence of sunlight plants make their own food. Plant take carbon dioxide and water. Okay, chlorophyll absorb the sunlight and form glucose, which is a food for plants, which give energy to plant, and during this process they release oxygen. Yes, this is known as chemical reaction. So photosynthesis is a chemical reaction. Okay, understood? Now let's discuss the next topic is chemical equation. So what is chemical equation? A chemical equation is a written form of a chemical reaction. Yes, chemical equation is a written form of chemical reaction. When we write any reaction, then we call it chemical equation. When we write any reaction, means any chemical reaction, when we write any reaction, then we call it chemical equation. So few moment ago I told you about photosynthesis. Look on the screen, I have written the equation, chemical equation of photosynthesis. You can see carbon dioxide plus water. I have shown a red arrow, and above the arrow I have written energy from light, and below the arrow I have written chlorophyll in leaves, and after the arrow I have written glucose plus oxygen. Okay, when carbon dioxide plus water, means when carbon dioxide and water is added, means when carbon dioxide and water absorbed by plants in the presence of sunlight. Sunlight gives energy. Chlorophyll is present in leaves. With the help of chlorophyll, sunlight is absorbed, then glucose and oxygen is formed. So CO2 plus H2O gives C6H12O6 plus O2. Look again the equation, 6CO2 plus 6H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2. What is the meaning of this equation? 6CO2 means a molecule of carbon dioxide, when it react with 6H2O with molecule of water, when molecule of carbon dioxide react with molecule of water, then a new compound is forming. Which compound? Glucose. So what is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. C6H12O6. It is the chemical formula of glucose. And oxygen is releasing. Okay. So this equation is called chemical equation. We will discuss chemical equation in detail. Don't worry. In next class we will discuss in detail. Now let's move on. Let's see some more examples of chemical equation. Okay, let's okay, examples of chemical equation. Look, the first example, burning of coal. Yes, coal contains carbon. So when coal is burnt, what happens? Carbon dioxide is released. What is the formula of carbon dioxide? CO2. When does any substance burn? A substance burn in the presence of oxygen. So look the chemical equation of burning of coal. C plus O2 forms CO2. Next equation, burning of rocket fuel liquid H2, hydrogen. Yes, do you know in rocket hydrogen is used as fuel? Yes. Look the equation, when hydrogen is burnt, because as I already told you, when does a compound burn? In the presence of oxygen. So when H2 means hydrogen react with O2, then what forms? H2O is formed. Yes. Okay. Next equation, burning of acetylene. Yes. What is the use of acetylene? Acetylene is a colorless gas which is used in welding and cutting. Yes, acetylene is a colorless gas. It is used in welding and cutting. And what is the chemical formula of acetylene? C2H2. You can see on the screen. So when C2H2 means acetylene react with O2 means oxygen, then what forms? CO2, carbon dioxide, and H2O is formed. Okay. So all these are the examples of chemical equation. Okay. Now let's move on. Okay, students, look on the screen. You can see a chemical equation is written. This equation is actually the formation of water. H2 means hydrogen when react plus O2. oxygen. When H2 hydrogen react with O2, then H2O is formed, means water is formed. Okay. So what is H2? H2 is a gas. What is oxygen? Oxygen is a gas. Okay. So when both react, then H2O is formed. Okay. Actually, this reaction is actually representing burning of hydrogen fuel. This reaction is actually representing burning of hydrogen fuel. Burning hydrogen fuel is used in rocket. So can you see I have written two words, reactants and product. Can you see? REACTANTS, reactants, products PRODUCTS, products. So what are the reactants? 2H2 plus O2. H2 plus O2 means hydrogen and oxygen both are reactant. And what is the product? PRODUCTS, product. H2O. H2O is a product. Why is H2 and O2 are reactant? Means why hydrogen and oxygen are reactant? Why H2O is a product? Why? The reason behind it is the substance which react with each other. The substance which react with each other are called reactant. Means those substance which we write on left side before the arrow, those substance which we write, they are known as reactants. And product, the result of reaction is called product. Yes, product is formed due to the reaction between reactants. Due to the reaction between reactants, product is formed. So product is always written on right hand side and reactants are always written on left hand side. Okay, reactants are also known as substrates. So H2O is the product, H2O is the chemical formula. Okay, now look, I have written one more term, coefficient. COEFFICIENTS, coefficients. Okay, before any element or before any chemical formula, the digit which is written, we will call it coefficient. So look the reactants. Which reactant? H2, hydrogen. Before H2, which digit is written? 2 is written, so 2 is a coefficient. Now look the chemical formula, look the product. What is written before the product? 2H2O. So 2 is also a coefficient. So actually 2 is actually representing the atom. Okay, but we will call it coefficient here because it is written before the element. So if any digit or number is written before the element or before the chemical formula, we will call it coefficient. Okay, understood? So today's lesson is over. Now we will discuss some questions related to today's topic. So let's understand, let's revise. I will ask you a few questions, try to give answer. Okay, let's begin. Now I am going to ask you question number 1. Define physical changes and chemical changes with example. What is physical changes? Those changes in which what happens, physical properties change but chemical properties remain same. Example number 1, shredding of paper, melting of ice cream. And what do you mean by chemical changes? Those changes in which chemical properties of compound change and new substances form. For example, burning of wood, cooking vegetables. These are the example of physical change and chemical change. Now write the difference between physical change and chemical changes. Next question, write the difference between physical changes and chemical changes. Difference number 1, during physical changes, chemical composition of matter does not change. and during chemical changes, chemical composition of matter changes. Okay. Next difference, during physical changes no new product form, and during chemical composition, during chemical changes new product is always formed. Next difference, physical changes are reversible, chemical changes are not reversible. Okay. Next changes, during physical changes chemical bond of molecule remain same, but during chemical changes chemical bond of molecule changes. Okay. So these are the simple difference between physical change and chemical change. Now last question, define chemical equation with an example. Chemical equation with an example. What is chemical equation? Chemical equation is the written form of a chemical reaction. Yes, chemical equation is a written form of chemical reaction. Okay. In next class, I will tell you one more definition of chemical equation. Simple example, burning of rocket fuel. When hydrogen react with oxygen, then it got burned. And another example, burning of coal. When carbon react with oxygen, it forms CO2, carbon dioxide. One more example, photosynthesis. You already know what is photosynthesis. But the question is, do you know what is the chemical formula of glucose? The chemical formula of glucose is C6H12O6. Okay. In next class, we will discuss something more related to chemical equation and chemical reaction. Okay. I hope you have enjoyed. Till then, goodbye.